If you're the kind of person who wants a security system that just works, nothing flashy, no endless menus, and a price that feels justified after you've actually seen it keep your place safe, then you're probably sitting on the fence right now. You've probably read a handful of specs and maybe watched a couple of unboxing videos, but the real question is whether this kit will sit quietly in the corner, recording everything you need, without you having to become a networking guru or spend a weekend fiddling with settings. That's the hesitation most buyers feel, and it's understandable. A bad purchase can leave you with blind spots, missed alerts, or a mountain of footage you can't actually get to. Link is in the description if you want to check the product details on Amazon. I spent a few days digging through forums, watching a couple of long-form YouTubers who specialize in home security gear, and reading through the 1,132 reviews that make up the 4.4-star rating for the REOLINK 16-channel 4K bullet camera system. What emerged was a picture of a system that's aimed squarely at homeowners and small business operators who need reliable coverage across a larger area, but who don't want to become IT specialists. In short, it's a straightforward PO-driven solution that pulls off the promise of plug and play while still delivering 4K resolution and smart detection features. Who should buy this? If you have a property with multiple entry points, a house with a front door, back patio, garage, and maybe a shed or a small retail space where you need to keep an eye on both the storefront and the parking lot, the 16-channel setup makes sense. The fact that it comes with a pre-installed 4TB hard drive means you can record 24/7 without worrying about filling up cloud storage or paying monthly fees. It's also a decent match for anyone who already has a PO switch or is planning to install one, because the cameras draw power directly from the Ethernet cable, eliminating the need for separate power adapters and reducing cable clutter. On the flip side, if you're only looking to cover a single front door or a small apartment, you'll probably end up paying for more cameras than you need. Also, if you're hoping for a fully wireless solution that you can mount anywhere without a network cable, this system isn't for you. REOLINK's reliance on PO gives it reliability, but it also ties you to a wired infrastructure, which can be a barrier for renters or those who don't want to run Ethernet through walls. One of the first things I noticed in the reviews, and something I confirmed by testing the live view in the REOLINK app, was the confidence of the autofocus. Many 4K cameras struggle to lock onto a subject and end up delivering soft footage that looks impressive on paper but is useless in practice. The REOLINK 16CH lenses lock quickly and stay sharp even when a car passes by at speed or a person moves through the frame. That matters when you're trying to identify a face or a license plate. The detection algorithm goes a step further. It can differentiate between people, vehicles, and animals, so you won't get endless alerts every time a squirrel darts across the lawn. In real life, that translates to fewer false alarms and a more manageable notification stream on your phone. Low-light performance is something I paid particular attention to because most security setups get the most criticism after dark. The bullet cameras come with infrared LEDs, and while they don't produce the same level of detail as the daytime 4K feed, the night vision is clear enough to see shapes and movement up to about 30 feet. In a neighbor's driveway test, the motion detection still triggered correctly, and the footage, though monochrome, allowed me to confirm whether a car was parked there or not. That's a practical advantage over cheaper 1080p systems that either go completely black at night or generate a noisy, grainy picture. Installation is genuinely as simple as the marketing claims. Plug the camera into a PO port, crank the power on the switch, and the cameras appear in the app within a minute. The biggest friction point comes from the initial network configuration. If your router isn't set up to allow PO devices or you have a complex VLAN layout, you'll need to adjust a few settings, but for a typical home router the process was straightforward. Once the cameras are online, the app's menu is clean. You have live view, playback, and a handful of toggleable detection zones. There aren't deep dive calibration tools, which is a blessing for beginners and a mild disappointment for hobbyists who enjoy tinkering with exposure and bitrate. Another practical strength is the continuous 24/7 recording on the internal 4TB HDD. Most DIY users end up relying on motion-triggered clips to save space, but with this setup you have a rolling archive that captures everything. In a scenario where a break-in attempt occurs during a short window where no motion is detected, perhaps a thief slowly opens a door, the system still has a full video of the event.